Patrick, we thought it would be easier to show you what needs to be watered. So thank you very much for being willing to do the watering. I'm just looking at the front door, and you can see the little flower bed that your mom planted with orange and yellow flowers. That would be great to water that. And then on the front porch we have those two planters with pink flowers. Be great to water those. And then in front of the garage there's 3 planters there, and those need watering. And I would say the planters, like 15 seconds of water, and then the flowers in front, they would sort of drench that for a couple of minutes. And then on this side in front are your mom's rose bushes, and that would be great if you could water them like 30 seconds each. Okay, so now I'm looking at our neighbor who's in front of us to the left, and these are all the trees that you hauled around. These 3 holly trees here need watering, and then as you go down the yard there's like 10 of these pine trees going all the way towards the back, and they need like 30 seconds each. And then here are the fruit trees that are in the front. There's the fig tree there, and that's the peach or apple tree there, and then the apple or peach tree behind it, and then there's one more that is right there. And then sort of behind that one you can see the birch trees. There are 2 in a row, one right in the middle of the screen, and then one further back on the left, and those need to be watered. Again, like 30 seconds is good. Okay, now I'm on the side of the house, the right side of the house, and there's this big fake rock here, and around that are 3 bushes that we planted, and if you can hit those with like 30 seconds of water, that would be great. The other bushes that you see around the front and the sides don't need to be watered because they've been around for a while. Okay, so now I'm in the backyard. I'm standing right in front of the porch, and if you look off to your right, way in the corner of the yard, those are the 3 green giant pine trees that you lugged back there. And so those like 30 seconds a piece. And then next to those along the back you can see these other pine trees, and same thing for them, like 30 seconds for them. And then I'll just pan back to here is this cherry tree that looks like it's gonna drop dead any minute. If you could hit that with like a minute of water, that would be great. And then I'm just scanning over to the left, and there's the other cherry tree that doesn't look so sickly, and that needs like a minute too. Alright, I'm going to change locations here. Okay, so I'm taking a picture of the very last pine tree that's in this row towards the back. There's those 3 green giants way in the distance that you can see. And so if you go behind these pine trees in the woods, we have a couple of rhododendron. And so they're kind of up on this little hill. So there's one right there. And then about 20 feet to the left, there's another one right there. And then if you keep looking left, there's a big tree there, and then you'll see there's a that's the orange azalea there, and then to the left of that there is another rhododendron, and then to the left of that is another orange azalea. Okay, well, you can tell I've moved again. I'm just, I came down the porch stairs, and then I'm standing in the yard looking at the porch. So then scanning to my right, here's some tomato plants. Be great if you can water those. And, you know, like 30 seconds a plant is good. Then here's the main garden right here. And just like the big bed in the front, if you can spend a couple minutes on this, kind of watering all around it, that would be awesome. And then on the other side of the air conditioner, there's a huge squash plant, and the roots are sort of right in the center of the cluster of all the leaves. If you just water like for a minute right in the middle of all those leaves, you'll hit it fine. And then if you look right in front of my car, there's a couple of bushes, and then we've got all these other pine trees down this side of the yard, just like they are on the other side. And if you can hit those all with about 30 seconds worth, that would be great. So again, we really appreciate you doing this, and if you see any stuff from the garden that you want to eat, there's tomatoes there, and we've got some green bean plants like right here. Just harvested a bunch of those for supper tonight. Just help yourself. Okay, thanks a bunch.